New Jersey, here for Whassup Wrestling, Friday the 13th. Yeah, it's good to be here. Just to be sure, there could be a serial killer in the ring. Did you say serial killer in the ring? Because I think that's about right. Well, I meant somewhere in the arena, but, you know, in this ring works out just as well. Well, Emily Stratfield is set to go one-on-one for the VixXxen Championship. Hopefully this time it will indeed be one-on-one, but she's out here with a mic. Just some last-minute trash talk, you know, get inside of AJ's head. So Kool-Aid mixed and Kool-Aid drunk by Emily, who is now a full member of the harem. What is going on here? So Emily in the ring, now supported by her fellow haremettes and her goddess, as it is. And here comes the VixXxen's champion, her defender. Harem standing by in the background there. I'm not sure why they're with AJ. Well, a few weeks ago you saw Anya pretty much take care of AJ, keep her covered. Well, I suppose maybe they have some sort of interest in AJ, trying to get her to be a member of the harem, but, well, AJ's been doing pretty good without him. I don't think they're really going to have any chance of turning her around. But at the end of the day, best of luck to him. No one thought that Emily would have turned around. Exactly right. So don't you dare besmirch the true goddess here. Well, something we should note, ladies and gentlemen, do not adjust your television sets. The film green is there for the purpose. Really? You got to explain that? Oh, I'm sure some people will watch it and figure that it's the quality that's gone down. Well, Emily certainly made it rather clear her feelings now towards the harem, making it rather clear that she is a card-carrying member, and, well, it's rather obvious as to how Anya did it. Of course it's obvious. Emily's a weak-willed individual. That's what you say there, JoJo, but Anya certainly has a way with controlling individuals. And the latest one, it seems, says Emily Cadell, Katie Klein, Atsuko Mitsusaka, Sasha Banks as well. The harem is growing stronger and perhaps more powerful at the end of the night. And there it is, the VixXxen Championship, starting this night off with a huge bang. Of course, the challenger, as we said, flanked by the other members of the harem, Emily Stratfield. So to perhaps bring out the second title for the harem. Emily could, in fact, one day be, or by the end of this match, be the second dual champion of wrestling history. The first, of course, being Roger Desmond, who was both Universal and Tag Team Champion. The hell are you talking about, Weasel? Anya is the Divas Champion. True, I really don't know. Figure that one out. After all, we can say on the paper that it is Emily and Honey as the co-Divas champions, but Anya did come out with it. And here we go, this one starting off with a huge bang, and Emily taking down AJ with an arm drag, and AJ a bit upset with that one. Hard slap to the face. So this is the night. This is the night that AJ finally goes down. VixXxen's championship going to another more worthy competitor. First cover of the night, and Emily locked eyes with Anya there. As Emily pretty much put it, she's in the harem to toughen the other girls up, give them true inspiration. And honestly, that's exactly the route you want to go when you want to try and break down Emily Stratfield. Break down. She's where she should be. She's going to do a hell of a lot better in her career, thanks to the goddess, Anya. AJ trying to turn things around with that fisherman DDT, but Emily sweeping out the leg. The numbers game doesn't have much inside the ring, but perhaps Anya and the other members of the harem are causing a bit of a distraction. You know, something else that you really should be pointing out there, Weasel, is that once Emily wins, she's going to become the first ever Grand Slam champion here in Whassup Wrestling. I suppose you're right. She did win the Divas champion. She was a women's champion. And winning a former tag team champion alongside other members of the council. They did utilize the Freebird rule. So, yes, winning this matchup will definitely earn Emily a spot as the first ever Grand Slam champion here in Whassup Wrestling. Of course, there's also the Hellcat Championship, but, well, that's more Itsuko's desire to bring to her goddess. And trying for a German suplex, Emily lands on her feet. The sort of thing that she'd probably learned from her goddess there. I'm pretty sure that Emily knew exactly how to do that before. But she is certainly fighting with a lot more vim and vigor here. AJ simply cannot keep up. We may in fact see a new champion, and here we go. Emily's patented double knees. Now this is what took AJ out following that handicap matchup. I think it was more AJ just throwing in the towel, just figuring that it was better to take the loss than risk further injury. Emily staying in the corner. Something a bit ironic about this one is that Sasha Banks is out here showing support for her fellow when just a year ago, Sasha Banks and Emily were feuding over the Women's Championship. And Emily kick to the side of the head, just comes rushing right out of the corner there. And here's the second cover of this matchup. Now this could be it. 2. And no, it is not over. AJ getting that shoulder up. And again, you see Emily locking eyes with Anya. Anya trying to keep Emily calm, wanting that VixXxen's championship inside of the harem. And perhaps this is where AJ finally turns things around. We've seen AJ take on the numbers game before this sort of scenario. AJ fighting back after that stiff forearm to the face. Bringing up Emily, packaging her up. And stalling suplex down to the middle of the ring. As you say, stalling suplex. Well, I was going to say something like a snap suplex or whatever. I had the S sound out, and then she went pretty quickly with it, so, you know. Thankfully, none of the members of the harem have gotten themselves involved. No one trying to distract AJ. As I said, could be where AJ turns things around. There's other members of the harem out here. Honey Rydell, Emily's co-Divas champion. Though I'm certain that if Emily does win... you said once there, Weasel. You're becoming a believer too, aren't you? Well, I'm trying to remain partial, but I suppose it did just come out. Emily has been rather dominant in this matchup. And I'm just wondering if Emily does win, would that make Honey the sole Divas champion? I thought we were over this, Weasel. Anya is the sole Divas champion. Yes, but I don't think that Anya defends it herself. She'll need some member of the harem to defend it for her. And Honey and Emily were the ones to have won it. Coming out with the belt does not mean that she's going to defend it. And in the far corner, and Emily trying to go for some sort of hold there, and now Anya calling out on AJ, causing the distraction, and Emily coming in from behind, taking AJ down to the Hurricane Rana. Here's the cover. This one could be it. Stolen title. It wouldn't have been a stolen title. It would have been AJ entirely. No one said she had to get distracted by the allure and beauty of our goddess. Another set of double knees. AJ brought up to her feet. And Emily with another Hurricane Rana. Honestly, it's odd watching Sasha Banks cheering Emily on. And Emily could be taking AJ to paradise. And no, AJ catches hold of it. Crosses the legs and steady. Suplex is what I meant to say. Yeah, you tried to say DDT. It looked like she was going for a DDT. And AJ with an elbow to the ribs. AJ doing some damage to the arm. Going to try and wear out the power of any sort of future attempt at the Paradise shot. And backbreaker. Some added oomph from Emily. This VixXxen's championship matchup, very competitive. You're just not on your game today, are you? There's just too much beauty outside of the ring. Outside and inside. Well, this is just the start of the night. Just a bit concerned. Unlucky night, but unlucky for who? Unlucky for AJ. It may indeed be, but AJ again getting in her assaults, getting in her licks whenever she can. And stomping the arm again, just focusing on the arm, and a heavy shot to the side of the head spins Emily around and right into a backdrop. Again, middle of the ring here. AJ showing some worse for wear. AJ bringing Emily back up. All she has to do is just lock in her eat me out, and we could have, and no, holding it in, fisherman suplex, 2, and Emily kicking out. It's a bit surprising there. I think it's not. Anya just shows some huge sense of disbelief. And Emily blocking out the suplex. AJ again sent into the corner. And again, Emily charging forward, but AJ able to catch a hold of her. AJ signaling that soon things will be over. the hell is she standing there for? Well, Emily is a very dangerous fighter. I think she wants to know that she's going to have absolutely all the chances to get in her submission holdout, her triangle choke. She's not going to go in there and give Emily the chance to kick out. Another arm drag from Emily. Here's the count. 2. And almost. It would have been a huge upset to lose her title after all this time to a surprise arm drag, of all things. I would have found it hilarious. Emily now sauntering around the ring, taking a look around the capacity crowd. All it does is give AJ a chance to recover. And off the top rope goes AJ. And again, pulling her in. Another set of double knees. Double knees connects. And Emily not letting up. Giving AJ a taste of her own medicine. Exactly right, Emily. And Emily catching. Oh no! Enziguri to the side of the head, and Emily going for the cover, and this could be it. 2, and just a 2 count, shoulder up. AJ still in this thing. And Emily again winding up for Paradise. This is it. Say goodnight to your VixXxen title shot, and Paradise connects. And right into the cover. And here's the count. 2. And no! What? AJ manages to get that shoulder up. Emily showing some desperation, rushing to the corner. What the hell are you doing? I don't think she really is used to climbing up the turnbuckles. Only pulling her towards the ropes. And oh, there we go. There's why. Some more leverage here. And just a 2 count. Because that never works here in Whassup Wrestling. It would have worked then. Kick to the gut and a shot to the face and another one. Emily fighting AJ back into the corner. Trying for a bulldog, but AJ tosses Emily away. Emily trying to duck out there, but could not do it. Another suplex. AJ building up momentum again. But it's not going to get you very far, especially when all you do is just stand there and stare. But then again, this time she's staring right into the eyes of the goddess herself. Who wouldn't be frozen with awe? And able to turn around. Takes a kick at AJ, this time connects. Arm breaker on AJ, going to try and weaken out. That choke me out. And Emily going right for the cover. This could be it. 2. And again, only a 2 count. But thus far, this entire match has damn near been Emily. Emily came here to win. She came here with the full inspiration of her goddess. And again, Emily, I think, trying to get to the top rope, but she's just not used to it. This is odd. Well, we do say that weird things do happen during VixXxen matches, even their championship matches. Really finally just giving up. Now going for the cover yet again. No surprise there for just a 1 count. All that time AJ got to rest and recover. Trying again, and another backbreaker connects. Almost thought I saw AJ trying to counter out there. She's not going to counter out. She's given up by this point. Again, Emily just desperate to get up to that top turnbuckle. Don't know what her desperation is for it. If you've never seen her utilize it, perhaps she has her eyes on Anya. And again with the cover. And again, just a 1 count. telling her try again, but again, I don't know what's going on here. We're calling it. You're seeing it. Emily again just... There we go. And AJ countering out. Trying for an uppercut, but Emily ducked it. Paid for it, though. Going for a suplex and gets it in there. Emily coming up. Arm drag, taking AJ down. Goes to the ropes and kind of shot to the face, knocking AJ down. And down against the bottom ropes, choking AJ out. Now don't go for the top rope. I think Emily has learned it by now. Hopefully. What is Emily doing now? It's a kick to the midsection. This is the beginning of the end. New VixXxen's champion. Hard kick to the back. And again, Emily winding up for Paradise. And it connects again. AJ flops to the mat, center of the ring. And the count. And that is it. Emily Stratfield is the new VixXxen's champion, which means that Anya is a double champion. All hail the mighty goddess. AJ's reign is over. Her reign of terror. Her horrible reign. I would exactly say it was horrible. Lasted damn near a year herself with that title. So many challenges, so many successful defenses. For it to come to an end like this, Friday the 13th, an unlucky day for AJ. But now the title can have a new home. Someone who will learn to respect it. Emily Stratfield winning this one for her goddess. Perhaps more potent to that is her declaration just moments ago, declaring that she will be the goddess's inspirational force to the rest of the hero. We'll give you another try there, Weasel. She is the epitome of excellence within the hero. So that was one hell of a way to start off the night. And now things are only going to get more and more brutal. So we have the 2 out of 3 falls between the Valentine and the Heroes for Hire. Honestly, whatever happens to Heroes for Hire is on them at this point. They don't try and take a count-out victory over the most dominating team in Whassup Wrestling. I think that's going to be it. Indeed not. It's Desperate Man making this matchup. Signing it up too. The 2 out of 3 fall stipulation is to make up for last week's event and tonight as well. There will be no count-out and no disqualifications. So I think pretty much know what that means. The referee, all he's there for is to make the pinfall or count the or call the submission. They just going to count the submission. I said make the submission. At the very least, announce it. Given that rough and tough are 2 men who love to fight, as is Jeffrey Jones. Tornado will just probably be there for moral support. The hell's Jeffrey wearing? And I suppose you still don't know that Jeffrey Jones is still proud of the fact that Heroes for Hire were at one point the tag team champions. We're having new custom belts made for them. Jeffrey Jones just still wearing his. I don't think he ever plans on taking it off. And honestly, this is good because for a team that really just started because Tornado felt that there was just some needed control in Jeffrey's life. The fact that Jeffrey now takes this team and just, well, goes so far as to this with it. Not only that, but coming out to the ring with Tornado. And sure enough, Rough and Tough not stepping outside of the ring. And in response, neither are Jeffrey Jones or Tornado. As we said, the referee, his only job is to just count the pinfall or call a submission. And we see Jeffrey Jones and Tough, and powerbomb on Tornado from Rough. And Tough now coming back. And Tornado again going for the ride. Drop down with a second powerbomb. Jeffrey Jones really, as we thought, would be the only one who could stand up to both these competitors. Tornado is just there to be a ragdoll, really. Just to show off the absolute power of the future tag team champions. You know, that would mean that Rough and Tough would have to defeat Dork Killer and Hype for those very titles. Oh yeah. I mean, who are you going to call for in that one? You don't have to ask me now, you know. I'm pretty sure that's going to be your job. Well, if there is a tag title shot, the fact that Rough and Tough have thus far dominated over the tag division, absolutely destroying Spectational and repeating the same process with Area 51. They seem to be having a bit of trouble with the former tag team champions, Heroes for Hire. And here's going to be the first of potential 2 covers. And Tough is out there, but Rough manages to kick out regardless. But as I was saying, if Rough and Tough do end up earning tag team title shots, I'm thinking it's going to be at the next big event, Survivor Series. What an event that will be. And again, Tornado going for the ride. Another powerbomb right on top of Jeffrey's leg as well. And here's the cover. Way to go, Tornado. You team injuring son of a bitch. And Tough with the camel clutch. Just ripping away at Jeffrey. But Jeffrey Jones getting out of there. Are they going to call him by his full name? Well, that's just natural at this point. No, that's Tony J. Smith. And Hurricane Rana from Tornado, who's going to have to rely on his speed in this one. His speed, his tenacity, and go drop kick just as Rough was getting up. And into the corner goes Tough. Or Jeffrey Jones, sorry. Now into the corner goes Tough. And out of the corner goes Tough. Jeffrey up on the middle rope and comes diving down with a headbutt. Goes for the cover. And again, this is a best of 3 matchup. In order to win, a team must score 2 pinfalls or submissions. Well, that's going to be fairly easy for Rough and Tough. It may just be if they can just keep Jeffrey down. And again, Tornado, what the hell? You're doing more damage to your own partner than Rough and Tough are. And Tornado up onto the feet, but counters out from the belly-to-belly overhead with the headbutt of his. And now hard strike. And Tornado feeling it. Tornado choke slam. Rough taken down, and here's the cover, and referee in for the count. 2, 3. First fall goes to Heroes for Hire, and it's Tornado over Rough. And Jeffrey Jones, German suplex, and a hard-hitting clothesline going for the next cover, and this one could be it. 2, 3, and that is it. Heroes for Hire, straight pinfall over both members. Tornado over Rough, Jeffrey Jones over Tough. And the former tag team champions keeping it real here. But what an assault from Rough and Tough, but in the end it was not enough. Heroes for Hire, 2 quick consecutive pinfalls. And the fact that it was on both members of Rough and Tough, and it was by both members of Heroes for Hire, certainly show that the former tag team champions are not out of the running just yet. A nice handshake from Tornado. And good celebration here. What the hell does this mean for the rankings now? Are the rankings all screwed up? What is with the tag team titles and their rankings being screwed up? Whassup Wrestling is brought to you by the Fighting Monkeys. Or are they being sponsored by us? Well, either way, the money is going somewhere, ladies and gentlemen. Well, from that hard-hitting affair to the, I suppose we can say, the Hellcat division here. Personal animosity being felt between Terri, Golde, and Zoeey, Nessy. And this one will be a tables matchup. Terri, for the first time, being on the receiving end of, well, a post-match beatdown. And just last week, finally managing to gain herself a victory, so coming in is a fair bit of momentum. One has to wonder how she feels about doing all she could against Emily, sending her to the harem packing pretty much. And to challenge AJ, lose, and then Emily winning that title. Oh, I'm sure it sucks to be her right now. So that it was the unlucky night for AJ before, but it's unlucky now for Terri Golde. She has to go one-on-one with a Zoeey Nessy, and the only way to win is to throw your opponent straight through a table. Luckily, our table here is kept nice and safe. Nice and cushy, at least on my side. That's because it's all your pampering, massages, stuff like that. I can't help it, I just want comfort. Made her debut just a few months ago at the Bikini Party Summer, challenging for the Hellcat Championship, getting into the semifinals, only to lose out to the eventual winner, Kimberly. The eventual number one, or the eventual runner-up. What a horrible fate that was. Losing to a haremette. She's just praising the harem earlier. Yes, although I'm praising Zoeey. At least one Zoeey has to win tonight. So this match is a tables matchup. No need for a referee on this one. We'll have a lot to prove after last week's loss, and that's straight-up matchup. Goes so far as to attack Terri during her entrance, and cross powerbomb. Held on too long, and Terri is able to counter out. You know, for a table match, I don't exactly see many tables on the outside. Pretty sure that they're still just under the ring. The VixXxens here are smart enough to understand the sort of weapons that they will need to eventually find. Into the ropes and hard elbow to the sternum, but Zoeey just takes it. I think Terri was attempting her submission hold. Zoeey managing to counter out. And now the toss by the hair. Classic style by Terri, but it works. Didn't work against AJ. You know what works against AJ? Emily? No, the harem and the goddess. You're just all over the place tonight, aren't you, JoJo? Zoeey ricocheting off the top rope. And Terri going to continue on the assault with those heels. Surprised that she's able to wrestle in those. Slugfest going on, and neckbreaker taking Terri down. Question being, which of these two ladies will be the first to go for the tables? Sometimes your sadness inclinations just don't come out there, weasel. Well, I have to pause at times to really truly think about what I'm trying to say. And yet it sometimes always fails to work. Zoeey taking Terri to the ropes. I've seen this one before. Terri, don't turn your back, and Zoeey comes rushing right through, clotheslining her down, and Zoeey heading to the outside. Oh, there you go. There you go, JoJo. There's a table. And Zoeey is going right for it, proving that she's ready to end this one. Of course she's ready to end it. Terry's been nothing but a gnat. Is there anything lower than the Divas Championship? Not here in Whassup Wrestling. It's the first tiered title, essentially. Are you sure you want to call it something, or call out on the fact that that's what it is? After all, it is held by your apparent goddess and bulldog. And I'm pretty sure Zoeey was trying to hop the table there, was unable to do so. Now on the outside, what is Zoeey planning? Just giving Terri a rest, hopefully. It seems that way. Terri back up to her feet now. Zoeey just waiting for her, essentially. Terri throwing her back inside. And now Terri waiting. And Terri not going to play that sort of game. And straight across onto the mat. And Terri, or Zoe's legs hitting those steel steps. Yeah, you didn't hear a noise, but you saw the impact being made. And Zoeey just unleashing absolute fury on Terri, being thrown back inside the ring. Zoeey now staying on the outside. It's that 6-person tag match all over again, isn't it? And these ladies will something here. Terri Golde meeting her out, kick to the stomach, and just bashing her face into the mats. I'm sure was remembered from that 6-person tag some time ago when the ladies just simply refused to put forth the ending of the match. It was called to a tag or a singles situation. This is a first fall to a finish. That could be the case here. These ladies refused to just keep on competing. Running bulldog from Zoeey. And bringing Terri up, but Terri counters out, knee to the face. Terri taking her inspiration from, well, late 90s, early 2000s era of women's. And right into the ring post. I think that he was just pushed right into the throat. I think so. Again, Zoeey sent to the ring, but again, Terri just refusing to do much of anything here. called for a restart. Zoeey immediately going back out for the table, setting it up in the corner. And Terri sent right into it. Hard chop across the chest, across the star. I think that star is her flesh on the other side. No, it's just flesh-colored material. Just to give the illusion of an open hole on the shirt. I'm honestly surprised you didn't know that, JoJo. With all the staring you do. Well, what were you saying? I think I saw a woman in the ring, or the crowd there, wearing a tube top. And DDT from Terri, who now chokes out the life of Zoeey. And finally, some life has come back into these two. Straight shots in the gut, and running bulldog, taking Terri down. And Terri again sent hard into the table. Another chop just knocking Terri right back against it. Zoeey now climbing up middle rope, but sides against it. Not much of a risk taker. Terri into the ropes and right into a running back elbow from Zoeey. Well, Terri wants to represent a style that was popular back in the 2000s. Zoeey's going to send her right back there. At least make her feel like she was there. And Terri now chopping out Zoeey's chest. And Terri going to take the opportunity. Up on the middle rope. Don't sway around so much, you're going to fall. Not tonight. Missile drop kick from Terri. And now again choking her out. Zoeey brought back to her feet. Again into the table. And Zoeey kicking back. Slamming Terri's face into the canvas, or the hardwood. I said canvas there, but you know, I'm learning. Another chop across the chest. Just choking the life out of Zoeey. I think this one's going to bring up any sort of rankings. It's just personal pride at this point between these two individuals. And Terri with a side Russian leg sweep, just swinging Zoeey right back. What's wrong, Terri? Did you think it was the wrong corner? May have been it. Well, now you're not having it face the hard camera, and now you're going to pay for it. Back of Terri's head hitting the table, and I think Zoeey prefers it in the other corner. No, she's setting it up. Coming around, and Terri. And no! Terri managing to save herself there. Reverse DDT. But for how long can she do so? The corner comes running in, running clothesline. Attempts to stop, but Zoeey moves out of the way just as Terri moves out of the way. Just as, again, they're moving out of the way. And trying for a backdrop. Does not connect. Terri with a high choke. Expert athleticism there by Terri, who get just absolutely choking out Zoeey here. Oh, the table is certainly getting a tour here. Again, it's facing away from the hard camera there, Terri. I know you're representing the 2000s era style, but I don't think they're that much airheads. Zoeey's sent back into the table. Terri just sauntering forward. And another hard chop. Surprised that table hasn't broken from this point. Just from having the bodies being thrown into it. Both ladies fighting with that table just so close. Trying for another DDT. Countered into a side Russian leg sweep. Zoeey just kicks Terri down. His lack of respect. Into the ropes. And down to the bottom rope. Exactly as... Well, not going to know because Terri managing to counter out there. So we're going to take it to the other corner. And indeed, the table gets to the other corner, and finally, it's out of a good view of the hard cam. You can see the full action, no obstruction. Zoeey gets it. Perhaps she does. Hard shots to the head. And boom! Reverse brainbuster DDT, and Terri is down and out. If this were a pinfall matchup, that could have been it. Let's hear what Zoeey is thinking here. Into the ropes goes Terri, and trying for another back elbow, but Terri managing to counter out there, and jawbreaker knocks Zoeey right back in the back of her head, careening with that turnbuckle pad. Even the turnbuckles are covered in blood. Everything's covered in blood. Well, except for the ringside mats. And they decided that would have been just a bit too much. And Terri's face driven straight through the table. And Zoeey is declared your winner here tonight. What an absolute epic of a match, even if it needed to be started all over again. We start certainly letting the ladies know what needed to be done. A lot of chops to the table. It was just chop central, chopping down trees. That table probably had PTSD with all those chops. In the end, it was Zoeey victorious. Some kind of makeshift DDT taking Terri down, and hopefully this is the end of things between these two. Maybe they can look beyond it now. Well, this one should be a fun matchup. Fun in what way? Well, it's the Costume Battle Royale, of course. The Costume Battle Royale, you say. What vixens are going to be competing in this one? Well, no vixens, actually. This is all male superstars dressing up. You mean there will be no sexy costumes? Well, there might be. Of course, we are starting off with Wild Child. What the hell is that? I would say that is the 80s rocker motif. Very fitting for an individual like Wild Child. Exactly, because nobody listens to 80s rock anymore, just as nobody should believe in this man. How many chances has this person had? Only to fail each and every one of them. Tonight could be his night. That's his motto. The motto of all his fans. Honestly, what does Wild Child and the Vancouver Canucks have in often or have this similarity? There's always next time. Well, you fail to remember that Wild Child was at one point the $1 million champion. Yeah, just how quickly did he lose it? He was still champion is still enough to show that Wild Child could one day be champion again. As As we now take our 30-second break in between competitors here, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are with our second entrance. It appears to be Cyprus. And Cyprus, well, I guess it's obvious that he is out here dressed up like his father, Pimp Daddy. He doesn't look too happy about it. No, he does not. He's not coming out here with the same vim and vigor that Pimp Daddy normally would. Ray, quite an interesting choice of costume. By the look of Cyprus's face, it is not one that he has chosen on his own. I think Pimp Daddy pretty much forced it on him. Nah, that's fine. Cyprus is just living up to the dream of his old man. Ladies and gentlemen, as we take our second 30-second break, we'd like to remind you that the next time we will be here in the Grand Stage Arena will be for Survivor Series. Survivor Series? That's the next event already? Indeed it is. Survivor Series, ladies and gentlemen, will be the next event, and this man could be a part of it. You see the next big thing? Well, he did defeat Canuck just a couple weeks ago. Kind of hard to see what the hell he is. It looks the exact same. Perhaps he is. Perhaps we are seeing the machine that is beneath the man. Scratch him, make him bleed, and he'll still come running and fighting. This guy here, ready to put on one hell of a clinic in this 8-man battle royale. It's his dream, his desire to become $1 million champion, to finally prove himself against Number Guy. And he, with that victory over Canuck, he could be well on his way to doing just that. I mean, a victory over Canuck, shouldn't he be challenging for the World Heavyweight title? It's not up to me to decide what people wish to do with their career. That's all I can do to call them on as they do it. Of course, the next man out as we hear it. We await the arrival of the former Universal Champion. The first ever Universal Champion, Spaceman Bobbo. Spaceman Bobbo? Indeed, Bobbo from space. That visor somehow making his head look bigger. Indeed it is. Bobbo ready for this one. Saw one hell of a tag team operation between Bobbo and Ultra Guy just a few weeks ago. We haven't seen them together since, but we'll see what they do here in this 8-person battle royale. Whether or not they form some sort of alliance. Ultra Guy's just going to eliminate Bobbo first thing. That's the only reason why this idiot isn't even here in this ring. He's here to be the big goofball. To lose in the end. To be the first man out, because someone has to be the first man out. Well, it very well could be Bobbo, or it could be anyone, really. It could be Wild Child as well. And wait the arrival of the next entrant. entrant number 5. It is Dexter Spectacular as the greatest superhero known to mankind. That is Captain Canuck. As Captain Canuck, it is the classic Captain Canuck. Certainly a bit of adoration. A great hero in the mind of Dexter Spectacular. He makes his way to the ring. Still don't know what the situation is between him and Jamie Hill. I think by now it's quite clear that they're ready to take on the tag team division once more. So they did try just a few weeks ago, getting beaten down by Rough and Tough. Though part of it was due to Jamie Hill not being there for a tag out to Dexter. And here's someone we haven't heard from in some time. Honestly, I forgot he was here. It is Stan, or Super Stan, I suppose we could say, and Stan Stevens is still full of energy, still ready to fight. Did he paint a little curl on his forehead? I think he did. I suppose that's the sort of dedication that Stan Stevens has for his own costume. Well, I suppose we do need someone to get eliminated first. So you say, but Stan Stevens has provided several upsets in the past before. Honestly, you can't really say Stan Stevens without saying former world heavyweight champion. That's right. But still, we need someone to be eliminated first, and Stan Stevens is going to be that man. He's going to carry this match. He's going to show the others how it's done. He's going to show the others how it'll land on the outside. And, oh, this is an interesting choice. Somewhere TV is being punched out. Or this being dragged back out. At least he's not tripping on his way to the ring. This is, of course, Jamie Hill. How will Spectational act up in this matchup here? You see one man eliminate the other. Fairly interesting to see what goes on between Jamie Hill and Dexter Spectacular, as well as Bobbo and Ultra Guy. We'll wait the arrival of our final entrant. Who else would it be but the $1 million champion, Number Guy? Well, I think we know who won the best costume contest. I think that's really what they're out here for. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you need this one explained, I just don't know what to say there. Fighting Irish here, Number Guy, $1 million champion, perhaps the proudest champion here in Whassup Wrestling, besides Anya. Yes, besides Anya. She doesn't really defend her titles. Number Guy does, even enters his own number one contendership matches just to get a feel of potential challengers. And here we go with this one. It is Bobbo and Cyprus, Ultra Guy, Stan Stevens, Wild Child Dexter, and Number Guy with Jamie Hill. We'll try to keep up with this one, ladies and gentlemen, but it may be difficult. And already, Jamie Hill is going to be the first one tumbling to the outside. courtesy of the $1 Million Champion, and Ultra Guy nearly eliminating Stan Stevens. Just as Wild Child was nearly eliminated there by Dexter Spectacular. I'm sorry, other way around. As I said, it's going to be difficult calling this one. It'll be much easier once we start weeding out the competitors. And Spectacular working as a team on the $1 Million Champion. Now Jamie Hill and Stan Stevens trying to get some eliminations. Does not go well for either of them. And of everyone, Stan Stevens and Ultra Guy have been the only two who haven't really separated out for too long, aside from one another. And now, Number Guy going to try and eliminate Dexter. Can Captain Canuck fly? I don't think so. Stan taking down Ultra Guy. And the knees of Cyprus being taken out by Wild Child. You idiots, he needs to stand, otherwise you're just lifting dead weight. This is why you don't win anything. Stan prepping himself up for something. He's got his eyes on Cyprus. But there's Ultra Guy. No, Bobbo. Bobbo now. No, there's the answer. And how those two are going to work. Ultra Guy, though, not going to continue things with Bobbo, and Bobbo getting the message. There we see Cyprus attempting to eliminate Stan Stevens. Number Guy, well, not getting too far with eliminating Wild Child. And still, we have no eliminations. Normally, in these kinds of matches, we're already down to our final two. And, oh! I think that was Jamie Hill being eliminated. Jamie Hill is your first man out. Of course he is. Get out of here, Shockmaster. Wild Child with a clothesline, taking down the $1 Million Champion. Clothesline from Dexter. Bobbo still recovering outside on the apron. So we've already had our first elimination. Dexter now on his own. Once again, we're not going to get any hard evidence or hard answers on how that team is doing. Cyprus against the ropes. And in comes Stan Stevens. And Ultra Guy saving himself from a corner elimination. Stan going to try, and Cyprus over the rope, but holding on. At least for now. Stan Stevens. Oh, Stan able to kick Cyprus away. So there's our second elimination. Cyprus eliminated by Stan Stevens. You know who eliminated Jamie Hill? I don't know. There's so much action going on. It was very hard to even see what was going on. Bobbo and Number Guy now being set up for eliminations. And Number Guy could be gone. And Stan Stevens just eliminated the $1 Million Champion. That's exactly what I knew was going to happen. Stan Stevens going to go through the entire thing. He's going to eliminate everybody. Well, he's not going to eliminate Dexter. That one was done by Ultra Guy. And that's why Stan Stevens now going straight for Ultra Guy. In fact, I think we know the answer. It was Stan Stevens who eliminated the Shockmaster. Well, we're down to our final four. And I do notice that Wild Child is still in this ring. You got to stop believing in him. People are going to think you're an idiot. And out goes Ultra Guy. That's another elimination from Stan Stevens. Stan just cleaning house here. And he could be going for Bobbo next. That's what I said. Stan Stevens he's not gonna be eliminated. He's gonna show them all how it's done. And over the shoulders of Stan Stevens, Wild Child still recovering, steadily getting up on his feet, and Hurricane Rana, a Bobbo Can Rana, from Bobbo, who now goes to the middle rope, a dangerous position to be in, and Wild Child trying to take advantage of that, but Bobbo too fast. Now going for the elimination on the former Universal Champion, the leader of the Smile Time Variety Hour, the only team with no members, and Bobbo up and over. We are down to our final two. It is Wild Child and Stan Stevens, the rocker and the superhero. And DDT from Wild Child. I don't know. Stan Stevens has got a lot of momentum on this one. And Wild Child is just Wild Child. Stan fighting back, kick to the gut, and a nice knee to the chest. Stan Stevens could honestly do it. A very impressive showing. Right up to his feet. And brought to the ropes. No, brought to the corner. Because Wild Child doesn't understand this match. No, now he does. Stan Stevens up on the top. Will Wild Child come away victorious here? Stan struggling, fighting. Is he going out over the top? And straight shot to the face. Stan Stevens, the master of suspense. He's going to keep you right through to the end. He could have gotten himself out of that at any moment. Well, he should have done so at the start. Not taking any sort of advantage. Well, any sort of advantage to lose this matchup. And Wild Child. Another DDT. Superheroes don't bleed. Superheroes don't bleed at all. Well, this one certainly does. And Wild Child. Again, Stan Stevens into the turnbuckle. And again, Wild Child trying to get him up. He's got him up on the ropes. Punch him again, Stan. Punch him again. I don't think it's going to work this time. Wild Child going to go for the straight victory. Wild Child could become the... No! To become the what? This match is nothing. Oh, the Battle Royale winner? The victory here would definitely push you higher up in the ranks of the $1 million title scene. And I would say that it's kind of the third tier title, but really, the fact that in order to do so, you'd have to defeat Number Guy. A challenge in and of itself, as Stan Stevens suplexing Wild Child down, bringing him to the ropes. Stan Stevens could be victorious here, and clothesline and Wild Child sent over the top. Stan Stevens is victorious here, and can you believe it? I don't believe it, because this is exactly what should have been happening from the beginning. Stan Stevens victorious over everyone. As we fast forward through everything, except the DDT. We slow down on the DDT. And we slow down there. Oh, we just speed up. And Stan Stevens, bloody but victorious here. Did anyone have Stan Stevens winning this one in your office pool? Or does this mean that Stan will try and go for the $1 million championship?
Whassup Wrestling is brought to you by Snacky S'mores. Eat Snacky S'mores.
So VixXxen's tag titles will be on the line here, ladies and gentlemen. PTC being joined by Chloe Daniels. This whole thing got started when the PTC introduced Chloe into the ring. At least introduced her to a ringside position to just watch and study as a new student, former runway model trying to turn wrestler. Paige has done rather good work with both Crystal and Harper. Turning the stripper and porn actress into tag team champions. Of course, drew the ire of both Tina and Busty for whatever reason, perhaps just a personal feeling that they deserve a protege of their own. Therefore, they are are set to defend the tag team titles. Honestly, it really should be tag titles over career. You know? The PTC isn't really putting in anything for this one. Well, no, they aren't, but the PMB did sign up for this one. You see both Paige and Chloe on the outside. Harper meeting up with Busty. Busty's still wearing that faceplate. Honestly, I think by now her face would have recovered from that Mitsusaka bunny hop from Ida just a few weeks ago. Actually, a few months ago from this point. Yeah, but she's just not taking any chances, you know. Busty heading up to the middle rope. This one fall to a finish. And Busty missing on that cross body, and Harper going to take advantage of that one. And honestly, when you think about it, I don't really think it should have been title versus career. Because really, that would have just been title for a human being. And would that have been right in this day and age? Of course it would have been right. Well, either way, Harper really having taken advantage of that missed crossbody. Winding up, trying for an elbow, misses on that one though. And side Russian leg sweep from Busty, taking Harper down. PTC former tag team champions, I'm sure would love to get back up into that position. Of course they would. That's why they're here. Busty constantly taunting out at Harper. Calling for her to get back into the ring. I'm sure the PMB would love to take a count-out victory, but you were saying that they would love to take a count-out victory. Why would Busty have interrupted the count? Well, my apology there. It's just the PMB certainly seemed like the sort of tag team that would take to it. Well, that would, yes, take to a count-out victory. Especially given the amount of wars we've seen between the PMB and the PTC. In fact, it was against the PTC that the Pretty Mean Bitches made their debut, double teaming Paige, and then ultimately facing them the following month's Survivor Series, if memory serves correctly. There's a Chloe, getting awfully close. This is it. She's going to turn on the PTC. Honestly, I'm surprised to not see Carmella out here in the corner of the Pretty Mean Bitches. She's the one who has brought them in after all. If we're up to 7, and finally, honestly, I'm surprised that there have been no tags here in this tag title matchup. As Harper goes straight for the submission hold, pulling back. Hey, you leave that mask alone. I think she was trying to rip off the mask. I think she was just trying to pull back on the head, and now finally we have our first tag. Well, what, 5 minutes into this matchup? And Harper with a backdrop. Getting some revenge from last week where Tina Molina was able to come out victorious over Harper. Now she's just showing off. You know, the body slam, not exactly a common move here in Whassup Wrestling. It needs to be called out every time it's been performed. And Harper going to keep up the fight. Takes a kick to the forehead, though. And Tina just rushes right through her. Honestly, it's surprising that we have not seen Tina much in the ring, given her strong capabilities. Seen more of Busty taking titles opportunities. I have to wonder how Tina would fare in a singles run. You're just trying to split up the Pretty Mean Bitches, aren't you? Well, I'm just saying that all those title opportunities from Busty. It does make sense that something like that could happen. Tina rolling to the outside to recover. Now Harper's just mocking Busty. Taking a few seconds breather. And Harper taking the opportunity to be able to tag out to Crystal. Tina finally coming back in, and it'll be Tina and Crystal Blake. Crystal with a suplex, now a stomp to the chest, or the back. Bringing Tina back up, but Tina, again, European uppercut beneath the jaw, and a straight forearm shot to the face. Honestly, when I say that Tina could go far here with a singles run, I don't mean it as a way of breaking up the PMB. I mean it that she is one of the most gifted VixXxens here, just with untapped potential, or at least an untapped opportunity. Crystal Blake there with a body slam, elbow drop combination. Taking a cover, but just a 1 count. Oh, I say that the PMB are the top of the game. They're the top of the game as a unit, and they'll remain atop of the game. They're the ones who defeated the Good Girls in that steel cage matchup. And they're the ones who are going to defeat the PTC and show Chloe what a true team is. Tina making the desperate tag to Busty as Harper gets a tag in with Crystal. And switching up. Busty coming down on Harper. Clothesline and twin kicks. Now Harper dropping to the outside. And Busty thinking twice about following her, and instead just goes straight for Crystal. Breaker on Crystal, who is not the legal woman. And of course, Busty not really caring. She wants to destroy someone, and if Harper's not going to be able to fight, she'll just go straight for Crystal. Taking her down with a clothesline or suplex. I was just about to say clothesline, but high kick to Crystal's face, and in comes Harper finally coming into the aid of her partner. But Busty still continuing on the assault as though Crystal were the legal woman. Bit of a back and forth here. Harper countering back. Kick to the gut, and now flipping around, and backdrop. Crystal still resting up. Not in the corner that she would want to. Referee, come on, referee. It's not her fault that she was brought into the ring. She didn't even want to come in. Snapmare from Harper. Taking Busty down, or keeping her down. I don't know, the referee was right. Crystal had no right to be inside the ring. She was brought in by the ring. The tag team, elevated knee lift or knee shot. And there we go, down on Harper's face. Down on Busty's face. And Crystal going for the quick cover. Could have new tag team champions. And Tina able to keep that one from happening. I knew it. The PTC are trying to take advantage. It's a good thing Busty still had her face guard on. I'm sure she would have used that as an opportunity to get it back on if she had it off. And you saw the way that Crystal's knees worked. And Tina trying to do the same thing against Harper, but Harper fighting back. And no, Tina just taking a running shot at Harper instead. This is the PMB. This is how they fight, and now perhaps trying for a disqualification, threatening Paige. Paige knowing not to strike back. Otherwise, she's just going to get her team eliminated. Harper finally back up to her feet. And Harper having to come into the defense of her mentor. 3-5. Krista coming back into the ring. Back and forth here between Tina and Crystal Blake. Didn't Crystal come in as a bit of a bitch? I think she did. Came in feuding with Zahara and Madigan-Star. And he's since calmed down. Since teaming up with Harper and taking on lessons from Paige. As again, Tina rolling to the outside. Not wanting to be covered in any way. Watching down at her does Crystal. Help her up, Chloe. She's the one who's going to show you how to be a real star here in Whassup Wrestling. Tina's down. I'm sure she would take a count-out loss. Titles would remain the same if she did. I think Crystal realizes that Tina's just going to take a sit-out. Arm drag to Crystal on the outside. Indeed, Crystal doing what she can to get Tina back inside. Tries for a kick, but Tina rolls away. Into the PMB corner, not where you want to be. Oh! High angle backdrop, and here's the cover. And almost a 3 count. Tina keeping Harper from making a save, and Crystal Busty going right for another cover, just a 1 count this time. I'm in trouble with the names here. Harper on the outside, and Crystal still taken out. Busty yelling out at the fans here. Everyone here too excited to hear any of that from Busty. Crystal up to her feet. This is the beginning of the end. Indeed, it could very well be, as Crystal manages surprisingly to catch hold of Busty and send her off the top rope. Now Busty, just like Tina, and a bit of revenge there. Tina taken out, and now Harper going right on to her. Going to continue on the assault. Crystal going to join right up. Chloe's going to go and make the save. Honestly, I doubt it. Another double team. Side rush and leg sweep. Taking Tina down. The PTC having enough of the PMB's antics. They should by this point. The amount of wars that these two teams have had, as I've commented on before. And Tina coming in from behind, you can't call her out on that. Tina's just getting some revenge. Now side Russian leg sweep on Crystal Blake. Referee up to 8 at this point. Could be a count-out victory. What a shame that would be. Crystal sit back inside, and in comes Busty at the last half second. So what are you going to say now? The PMB could have taken the count-out victory, and it would have been certain. Indeed, it would have been, but well, I guess there are some honor within the PMB. Very little, but I guess you can say it's there. There's a whip to the knees, and Harper coming from behind. Hard clothesline to the back. And Busty again rolling to the outside for safety. Don't do it, Harper. Don't do it. And Harper bringing in Tina. Harper sending Tina to the far corner. She can't exactly tag out with her. Tina trying to counter out. This all happening behind the ref's back, and I don't even think Busty realizes it's going on. Tina again countering out. But Harper desperate to keep her in the corner. And Tina this time with a DDT. Referee up to 6. Harper rolls to the outside. Somehow the referees noticed that one. Able to start the count over again. As I said, the referee seems to love the pretty mean bitches. And Harper sent flying onto the ramp. And I think this is it. PMB are sick and tired of this, but I think they may indeed try for a count-out victory. Harper's going to make sure that doesn't happen. Into the ring she goes. There we go. Both Vixens back inside the ring. Chloe and Paige returning to their corner. Tag out now to Tina. And again, high flying. You see the high flying backdrop. Tina not able to get it. Holding in for a pin. Crystal in there, but no. Busty countering her out. But Harper still managing to kick out regardless. And this one continues on. And Harper is dropped hard on the top of her head. But Harper fighting back, showing her tenacity. Just give up, Harper. Your dreams of becoming tag team champions are over. This may not be for the career of Chloe Daniels, but after this one, she's going to see a real team she's going to learn from. Most of this matchup has been just countouts. Blindsided assaults, and what is Tina doing? Going straight for Chloe now. Unfortunately, Paige can't do anything. If she's going to get her team eliminated. If she does, Crystal coming in. Making the save, taking Tina down. We're up to 4 now. As Crystal brings Tina up to her feet. Usually, these matches, the huge worry is whether the outside competitors are going to get involved in any way. Now, the worry is the inside competitors threatening those at ringside. Tina taken down. The referee's count getting rather high. I think it's up to 7 now. I think at this point, the PTC, I don't think they really care about the tag titles. I think they just care about taking Tina out. We're up to 8. Off the steel steps. And there we go. The PTC win. But it is a count-out victory. The titles remain the same. So the war here continues then. Indeed it does. PTC, the PMB, nothing here settled. This one's going to keep on going. But really, the PMB only have themselves to blame on this loss. They spent most of the match focused on threatening those on the outside and just taking out the non-legal competitor. Not a surprise that the PTC would come fighting back. future holds now for the PTC and the PMB. Does that road go through Survivor Series? So we've already seen one title change hand here tonight. Only Stratfield becoming the new VixXxen's champion. Anya just holding on to the belt, claiming that she's the champion. Now it is time for the World Heavyweight Championship matchup. And here comes the mastermind. The man who further pitted Superstar and Canuck against one another. Utilizing his former tag team partner Moose. Pretty much throwing him to the wolves. And will his strategy work here tonight, ladies and gentlemen? Will he have done enough to make it so that Superstar and Canuck cannot focus away from one another, allowing King Valentine to just step in for the victory? Perhaps a bit of a wrench in the plans is that King Valentine is not the only challenging competitor here outside of Superstar. Given his actions against his former tag team partner, Moose has also been thrown into this matchup, making it a fatal four-way, one fall to a finish. You see that King Valentine not too pleased with that one. But still, perhaps there's been enough damage done where King Valentine can somehow manage to come away with the World Heavyweight Championship one more time. JoJo, you're usually pretty good at making these predictions. Is that what's going to happen? Is King Valentine going to walk out of here with the World Heavyweight Championship? Well, you know something, Weasel. Honestly, I would say that King Valentine has a good opportunity, a good chance, a solid chance even to walk away with the World Heavyweight title. But against my better judgment, I'm going to have to say this one goes to Superstar. The man just breathes the World Heavyweight title. And every time he loses it, he comes back stronger. The man is damn near sane at this point. You beat him, he just gets stronger. You push him half to death, he just gets stronger. Surprised to hear that Superstar is your choice here in this fatal four-way matchup. See if that's what comes to pass here. Certainly Canuck would love an opportunity to walk out of here, continuing his reign as World Heavyweight Champion. It'd be a surprise for him to have won the title back at the 60th episode. Not the 60th episode spectacular. No, otherwise every 10th episode would be a spectacular. Can't all have nice things, ladies and gentlemen. Superstar knows that all too well. Let's see if he can do it tonight, if he can reclaim his lost glory. Be a big, huge mountain to climb, quite literally even. This is not him against two large opponents. This is him against four. He's faced them all one-on-one. And while his record against them one-on-one hasn't been the best, I still believe that he will walk out of here World Heavyweight Champion. And you can hear it in my tone. It pains me to say this, but I just have to go with my gut feeling. If that's to be the case, the Superstar will reclaim the World Heavyweight Championship. Now awaiting the arrival of our fourth and final opponent, the World Heavyweight Champion himself. Here he comes, Canuck. His first title defense. How will he fare here in Newark, New Jersey? He would love to be known as a fighting champion right alongside the level of number guy. Oh, this would be his first step in that position. Canuck, who had a bit of a rocky first start here in Whassup Wrestling, managing to turn things around all the way to this point. World Heavyweight Championship. There's the title held high in the air. And this is the moment we see whether or not King Valentine's efforts pay off. We'll know when we see it. Superstar sliding towards Canuck, but instead goes right for Valentine, surprisingly. And we saw, yes, indeed, we saw Superstar sliding his way towards Canuck, but went rather instead for Valentine. It is Moose and Canuck going one-on-one. And instead, it is one fall to a finish, so Canuck doesn't even have to be involved in the finish. As Moose is hoisted up and dropped right back down. And you see it, there are no countouts in this matchup. As King Valentine's head is, well, dropped hard into the rail. No countouts, no pinfalls or submissions must be made inside of the ring. What happens if two people pin each other at the same time? Well, that would be the referee's discretion on what to do. Honestly, I'm surprised that Superstar and Canuck haven't gone after each other. We saw Superstar trying to throw Valentine over the top rope. Could not do it, as Canuck with the shoulder claw on Moose. Quick cover. Just a 2 count. Superstar nearly lost it, and all due to his own rage. You've seen it cost him some number of times in the past. Cost him against Stan Stevens. Cost him against King Valentine. I doubt it's going to cost him here. Indeed, you would say that he is your choice to win this matchup. Now it's Moose and Valentine, so that may just leave. No, Moose is going right back for Canuck. It's the battle of the beards at this point. Moose with a jumping knee. Now a kick to the back. Superstar locking in the sharpshooter on Canuck. Referee in to check. Though I doubt that Canuck is going to tap out so soon. Powering out, kicking Superstar away. Hefty forearm. And up in the air, and just as King Valentine is being hoisted up and taken down by Moose. Canuck and Moose standing tall here. And again, Moose bringing up his former tag team partner, and the power. Superstar wasn't even able to grab hold of the ropes. Moose now going for the cover. Just a 1 count though. As Canuck and Superstar fighting it out on the outside. But again, they can't pin each other or try for a submission. No, but they can hurt each other, and I think that's the point for these two. Valentine whipped into the corner. This is very dangerous. What is Moose doing here? Moose heading to the top. Oh my God, top rope superplex from Moose. No. Thankfully not. Moose just countering it out to a top rope arm drag. Here's the count. 2. And almost a 3 count. And Canuck would have only just seen it happen. His anger and frustration with Superstar may have nearly cost him that one. And now Canuck standing up Valentine to the top rope. Oh, it's going to suck to be Valentine. And top rope choke slam. And it is pretty much down for now to Moose and Canuck, but Superstar to his feet. Get in there, Superstar. Just like you beat Moose, you gotta beat, well, Moose again. Moose seemingly having had enough of Superstar, delivering a backdrop and, running right into a sidewalk slam. And Valentine with the save. Keeping this one going. He said only one fall in this matchup. And now Moose sent to the outside. Superstar and Canuck, only one's up. What's Canuck doing? Has to keep your eye out off of him for now. As King Valentine with a hefty clothesline now stands ready. Going for the power bomb and rushes Superstar away straight into the corner. And Valentine not going for the cover, instead going for Canuck. That really could cost him, and Moose could be taking the opportunity, just doesn't know whether to or not. In the end, decides to do it. Hard kick to Valentine, and Valentine rolls to the outside. From that hefty kick, I think he's going to be seeing stars of his own sort for some time. DDT. Indeed, Moose dropped hard, and another DDT on Superstar. Stomp hard on the shoulder. Valentine up to his feet. 2. Would not have gotten in fast enough and just kicks Superstar back down. And at this point in time, Superstar, well, suffering on the effects of the weight difference between him and his 3 challenges, but I doubt that's going to be a reason he'll use if he loses here tonight. No, he's not going to lose here tonight. I've already told you. He's going to win. And Moose from behind. Canuck set up Valentine on the top rope, and Moose stopping him from doing whatever he had planned. But it may just be a temporary no. And Moose, with Moose on the loose, rushing right through Canuck, and Superstar attempting to take an opportunity there. And Superstar catching Canuck from behind. Starstruck on Canuck. And here's the cover. Neither Moose nor Valentine are in there, but Canuck gets the kick out anyway. Damn it. What an opportunity for Superstar to come out of there victorious. A Moose on the loose and Starstruck. And indeed, Canuck still managing to kick out. And now with a bow and arrow lock. And no, Canuck does not give up. As we see former champion or tag champions fighting, and Superstar locking back in the bow and arrow lock. And King Valentine sees it, and Canuck taps out. Superstar wins it. Superstar wins it. He is again the World Heavyweight Champion. And somehow, someway, once more, JoJo calls it right. I told ya. Superstar is part Saiyan. You beat him and he just keeps coming right back up. Now the fact that he defeated Canuck means that he's got a straight path forward. Indeed he does. And there you see the Moose on the loose. The high jumping Superstar with 2 attempts with the bow and arrow lock. The first one just damaging. The second one too much for the former now World Heavyweight Champion as Canuck as Superstar. Now a 3-time World Heavyweight Champion. Huge congrats to Superstar for reclaiming the World Heavyweight title. But who will be his next challenger? Who will be across the ring for Survivor Series? Well, Crystal Weiss is coming down to the ring, here to celebrate what she calls the Summer Holly Madison Appreciation Night. Is her hair lighter than usual? I think she's dyed it pink. Usually purple, now pink. I think she even... Yes, she even has a bit of white to it as well. Okay, this level of... What were you calling it before? It was hero worship from Crystal Weiss on Summer Holly Madison. Perhaps going a bit to the realm of bizarre here. Don't know what Summer's going to feel about this. In fact, still don't know what Crystal's deal is. I mean, coming out, tag teaming with her, coming down to ringside with her. Has not really made things or her thoughts clear, but maybe she will here tonight. Summer coming right out to the ring for this Summer Holly Madison Appreciation Night, as made by Crystal Weiss. And she's a bit surprised seeing Crystal with their hair in that manner. Things have been rather odd between these two. I thought that Crystal would have taken offense to the way Summer acted some weeks ago, but instead it's been some sort of hero worship. Summer Holly Madison Appreciation Night. Goes well. Honestly, if you're gonna worship someone really works. But still, what's going on here? So 2 titles have already changed hands here. Boy, I'm listening to her. You can't really hear her. It's more or less for the fans here in attendance. So no one's told her that her mic just doesn't record out to those watching at home. Not yet. But as we said, this one is for the Women's Championship. I'm actually on a mission to put the Y in women. It starts with defeating the current reigning Women's Champion, Zahara Madigan-Star. Managed to come out victorious back at No Mercy, defeating Ida Atsuko. Another shocking event. Zahara just came out kicking in a way that Ida just was not ready for, surprisingly enough. Yep, and this is her first offense. A woman who can't even spell the word woman. I think that's really the point. I don't think it's a point of intelligence. I think it's her taking offense to the fact that women have M-E-N in its name. Roxie is a bit of a hard-line feminist. She's been rather calm about it for the most part, but lately, for whatever reason, this is really coming to the surface of who she is here in Whassup Wrestling. Even seen it drawn upon her stomach. Here she comes, the current reigning women's champion. Gotta wonder what she's feeling right now. Given that last week, Roxie sending a message to Zahara by defeating her wife in quite a one-sided affair. Yeah, but Catalina was cool with it in the end. Yes, she was. She did shake Roxie's hand, wishing her the best of luck. Though I think it's more so the fact that she just knows the sort of champion that Zahara is, or not just champion, but competitor. How serious she takes her abilities inside of this ring. So Roxie will have a high mountain to climb. Yeah, but we've seen higher mountains climbed before. I mean, Emily Stratfield defeating AJ Smythe for the VixXxen Championship. Superstar defeating Canuck for the World Heavyweight Championship in a match that also involved King Valentine and Moose. This one will be no different, and we will never see women spelled that way again. How quickly you change your tune there, JoJo. And there we see the challenger, Roxie Stevenson, dedicating this victory to women everywhere, and that is women with a Y. Zahara Madigan-Star, who is just out here to prove that she was not a fluke victor over Ida Atsuko back at No Mercy. And do what she can to show herself off with the Women's Championship, show what she can do, perhaps try and break Ida's record by going a full year. So no, Ida almost made it to that year. 355 days. Yep, such a shame. But, you know, there's always next time. Indeed, there is always next time. AJ Smythe almost lasting a year, but could not do it when meeting up with Emily, and Roxie could stop Zahara's dreams of coming out with a year, the title. And things certainly picking back up here. Zahara with a couple of kicks to the back. Both these VixXxens have shown that they have quite the vicious style when they need it to be. Roxie showed hers just last week, and as we mentioned before, Zahara showed hers at No Mercy. Really taking advantage of that pay-per-view's name. And a hard shot knocking Roxie down. And I think Roxie may have gotten, or didn't really know what she was getting in for. Roxie coming running back in. And power slam taking Zahara down. And her counters with a jawbreaker. And Zahara trying with a running kick. But Roxie taking her down, shot to the back of the neck. Up to the ropes. What does Roxie have planned here? Some forearms to the back and just letting her fall. Going for the first cover of this match. And not even a 1 count. Well, don't say that. Roxie wouldn't even notice. She can't count that high. You're just going all over the place on this one, aren't you? You have no idea who's going to win. You can't even decide. But of course, that's just how good this matchup is. These competitors going back and forth. Even JoJo doesn't know who could win. And ooh, Roxie slamming both knees into Zahara's head. I think I can say it now. Roxie with a hard kick to the back. Roxie already a VixXxen's champion, but not the most memorable champion. Won it once, lost it fairly quickly shortly after. She didn't want to be a VixXxen's champion. She wants to be women's champion. And after tonight, that's exactly what's going to happen. A spinning back kick taking Zahara down, and this one may be it. Not quite. All that assaulting on the outside, and Roxie now poised and ready, but Zahara perhaps out of range. And infusing the catnip, and it doesn't matter. Roxie still comes forward with the cat's meow. Here's the cover. Could have a new champion, and indeed we do. Roxie making short work of Zahara Madigan-Star. And yes, women's champion, spelled correctly from this day forward. Roxie victorious. Zahara on her feet, and is it going to be just like Catalina? And indeed, like Catalina, handshake offered and taken. Well, of course, Roxie's going to be respectful. Zahara's one of her subordinates now. Roxie's going to represent her proudly as the new women's champion. Here we go. Dark Killer made the challenge to the 4th member of the 4 Horsemen, and well, he made himself known just last week at the top of our show. Dark Killer making it very clear, very personal. Ric Flair. Now let's see if he can back it up. I don't see any other member of the Fortunate Sons out with him. Of course, he's going to back it up. Former Universal Champion, current Tag Team Champion. The only one to defeat his rival in the 4 Horsemen. He's going to do it. And he's going to do it in the Dark Killer's way. You've seen that other members of the Fortunate Sons, at least the hype taking great offense to Dark Killer acting as though he is the leader of that group. Honestly, it's kind of hard to tell who would be the leader, if any of them. We see him, Ric Flair, 4th member of the 4 Horsemen. And honestly, if it's any surprise to anyone, how could that be so? Either way, this is Ric Flair's debut here in Whassup Wrestling. Set to take on Dark Killer in our main event. Now this is going to be one hell of an unlucky day for Ric Flair to go into the ring against the man, the likes of Dork Killer. The next time we see the Nature Boy, it's gonna say something else on the back of his robe. Is it just gonna say Dork? It's gonna say Dork. And here we go, one-on-one. And Dork Killer taking Ric Flair down. Surprised to not see any other members of the Four Horsemen in Ric Flair's corner, but I suppose they believe that he can handle this all on his own. I'm sure such sentiments were spoken about for Dork Killer by the members of the Fortunate Sons, though in a different tone altogether. Dork Killer's gonna try and bust Ric Flair open. Well, of course, he is now going for an early cover and just a 1 count. And that one is just a taunt, the Nature Boy, who takes Dork Killer down with a fireman's carry. Stands to the ropes and right in the back elbow. Come on, Dork Killer. Just how old is Ric Flair? He just got a blow and he's going to fall over. Obviously, you don't know Ric Flair. Who rebounds Dork Killer off the ropes. And now goes right back to work. Dork Killer slammed right back down. Down goes the arm. This overhead shot. Taking him into a front grapple. Oh, they're already going for the legs. Ric Flair perhaps starting to set up for his figure 4. And Dork Killer maybe feels it. Oh, Ric Flair certainly felt that one. Hard shot to the back. And again, and now Dork Killer going for the arm again. So going back and forth, back and forth. Now it's Flair being flung back from the ropes. But Flair with a back body drop. And now takes back control of this one. Look, he can't even walk straight. That's just a patented Flair flop. And he sends Dork Killer to the outside. An elbow drop to the chest. Stomp again to the midsection. And straight into the ring post from the dirtiest player in the game. He'll take every opportunity he can get to come out of this one victorious. And double arm suplex taking Dork Killer down as we come up to 6. Now up to 7. Referee taking his time. Referee at 9. Ric Flair victorious here. Oh, that was a bit of an upset, to be honest. I think we're getting a notice from Stephanie McMahon. Ric Flair may have won, but no, she is calling. She's indeed calling a restart on this one. She is not going to let these fans leave on a count-out victory. Flair still celebrating. I don't think he quite understands that this one is just going to be restarted. Flair finally being told this one's starting over again, ladies and gentlemen. Stephanie McMahon says she will not have this one end in a countout. She does not want to. Oh, Dork Killer, a hefty slap. Honestly, Rick, you should be proud of that one. Dork Killer certainly taking offense to being counted out. They're saying that Stephanie did not want a riot on her hands. We'll have to deal with that. No, I don't think anyone wants that. I mean, 2 countouts in one night? What the hell kind of show is that? On a hard night, that's chop and a slap to the face. Ric Flair returning the favor from earlier in the matchup. And keeping on the assault. Dork Killer being brought up little by little, but takes an open shot, and now a running forearm. Knocks Flair down into the ropes, and Dork Killer with a double axe handle to the shoulder. Dork Killer up on the middle rope, calls Flair up. And double axe handle, running top the head. And now Flair up on the apron. And Dork Killer sends him back to the outside, and hopefully we don't have a repeat of just moments ago. Honestly, you'd think that she would have told the referee just to not count. But then who knows how long these two would fight on the outside. Dork Killer's going to take as much opportunity as he can. Tries to body slam Flair, who counters back with a neck breaker. Already up to 5, halfway to another 10. Thankfully, Ric Flair brings Dork Killer back in. Fans here want a clear-cut resolution. A European uppercut. And some forearm shots. Now Flair flapjacked into the canvas. The bloody canvas. Indeed, yes, the bloody canvas. And DDT spiking Flair's head to the canvas. The bloody canvas. Yes, we get it. Dork Killer just taking his time. Now setting up, poised, ready. He's got it. And Dork Killer. Dork Killer on Flair. And Dork Killer pulls him from the ropes, goes in for the cover, and this one could be over. 2. And no, Flair with the shoulder up. And Dork Killer can't believe it. Now shouting for Flair to get up. He's not going to get up, Dorky. He's just already dead at this point. Not so, he did manage to kick out. That was just because Dork Killer wasn't finished with him. I suppose that he just let Flair get in that neck breaker drop. And a clothesline sends Dork Killer to the outside. Flair right there to join up with him. Who's that guy sitting on the steel chair? There's nothing around him. There's no ring bell, no announce table. He's just sort of sitting there. He's just a fan who got lucky on his ticket. I mean, the security railing. There's like 2 extra bits of security railing just for him. That's really what you're concerned about there, JoJo? It's just odd, you know? Well, either way, the match continues inside the ring now once more. And thankfully so. And stomp on the shoulder. Oh, look at Flair. He's already winded. Hard kick to the back. Dork Killer slowly making his way up. And no, catches Ric Flair with a DDT as he tries to go for the legs. Sure, he attempted to capitalize with a figure 4, but Dork Killer had that one scouted. dropping leg drop across the throat. Flair ranches back with an arm drag, taking Dork Killer down, and Flair again going for the legs, but Dork Killer fighting back. And a sudden Dork Killer. Now here's the cover. Will that be it? 2. And no, again, Flair kicks out. Flair giving himself a breather. Or he's just senile again. Doesn't know the amount of damage that he's done to Dork Killer. A slap on the face. They're twisting out Dork Killer's knee. And a knee drop across the forehead. Stop down on the side of the face. Dork Killer in trouble here. Hefty shot to the head. And backdrop taking Dork Killer down. This can't be it. This can't be the end. This may just well be. And now Flair may have finally gotten it. Figure 4. But Dork Killer gets hold of the ropes. Flair really should have just... Well, what's Ric Flair doing now? Outside of the ring. He's just giving himself a breather, I guess. It seems to be the case. Now going in for the cover. 2 and just a 2 count. Of course it's just a 2 count. You gave Dork Killer a reprieve, and all you did was just twist around his leg. They're squaring him up for the elbow drop and gets him, or elbow shot and gets it in. And chin lock. Dropping Flair back, going again for the cover. I don't think he's going to get much. Really just a 2 count. Again, it's just Dork Killer's way of saying, I can pin you whenever I want. And once more, Ric Flair is crowned from the middle rope. And another DDT, spiking Flair's head to the canvas. And this may be it. Here's the count. 2. And indeed it is. Dork Killer victorious here tonight. A pinfall victory to end the pinfall victories. Dork Killer with another straight victory over his 4 horseman counterpart. This one started out big count out loss for Dork Killer. Ric Flair celebrating that one, but Stephanie McMahon making the call to restart this matchup, and it ends in the favor of the tag team champion, or the co-tag team champion, Dork Killer. And you know he's not going to let this one down. Of course not. He's well earned it at this point. And there he is, parading himself around to the crowd. Well, he's victorious tonight, but how will things go in just a few weeks' time at Survivor Series, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you all for tuning in. We will see you next time for more Whassup Wrestling action.